Darla ended? Is it how you thought she'd go out?
Well, Tim Minear used to joke around. Tim Minear told me he was going to kill me. In the very beginning, he's like, I'm going to be the one that kills you. So I knew he was going to do it. Now, he had two choices. He had an idea where, I always thought this was really funny. He had an idea where, wouldn't it be great if like Darla was like spying on like, you know, Angel doing something, and she trips and she falls and lands on like a piece of wood, and it accidentally stakes her, and she disappears and nobody knows where she is. Like that was one of his ideas, and I thought that was quite brilliant because I was like, how funny would that be? Like just poof, she's gone and nobody realizes it. Like, and then the other idea was obviously the idea that came about, and to me, yeah, I mean, I was shooting Taken at the time. When they sent me the script, I was doing Taken and Angel at the same time, so I was flying back and forth between Vancouver and LA, and it was a really stressful schedule. And I knew that the story arc was leading up to her big death. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And when they sent me the script, I basically had to sign my life away to read it. And I was sitting in my trailer reading it, and I just started to cry, and I just thought it was such a beautiful ending. It really. It really, it was the payoff, really, you know, I mean, it just really brought everything, her whole life kind of to that moment. So I was really upset my last day of filming because I really thought it was over for me. And I had died many times leading up to that, which I thought it was, every time I thought I was dead for good. And so that time, everyone was like, oh, you'll be back. And I was like, no, I won't. I poofed. Once you poof, you're not back. And they're like, you'll be back. And I'm like, no, I poofed. And so, you know, I didn't get the flowers, and I didn't get the like, big like party or anything, because they're like, we're tired of doing that for you. Like, you'll be back. Okay. And I'm like, no, I won't. I poofed. I didn't poof before. This time I actually poofed. So, but of course I was back.
So you were happy at least you got some kind of closure before the actual series hit its finale. So
yeah, I mean it was definitely. I mean, season 2 and season 3 were definite Darla heavy storylines, and you know the reality is they were never. And this is the business side of it. The reality is they were never going to make me a series regular, and so you know I was working a lot, and I loved working on the show. But they had to make a decision about what they were doing with the character, and so, and because I was doing other work at the time, and I was committed to other jobs because I did not have a contract with them. I wanted a contract with them, but I didn't have one. There came that moment where they had to make a decision, and that's the norm. That happens in almost every TV show. I felt they gave me a beautiful ending, though.
Yeah, they did. So, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey guys, 2 minutes left. So.
Oh God.
I just wanted to know if you could do like a guest starring role on any show, what would it be?
Basketball Wives? Just kidding. Modern Family. I would love to play Julie Bowen's doppelganger. I think she's brilliant.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Cool. I'll end on this. I think the biggest frustration about Rita being dead, we never got the what if, what would happen.
Yep.
You know better than anybody. Would Rita be okay if he was as open with her like he was with Luna this past season? As much as she loved Dexter.
Wow. I mean, Rita would think first and foremost of her children.
Yeah.
She does not want to expose her children to any more violence than they've already been exposed to. However, I believe that Rita would never believe it.
Yeah.
So, you know, even if like you showed her videotape of Dexter killing, she would still not believe it, because in many ways it's a reflection of I have this theory, and I think it holds true, that when you're in love with someone and you're sharing a life with them and you're creating a life with them like a child, you have a hard time seeing the negative in them. You just want to believe the best in that person. And she would have a very, very difficult time believing that to be the truth of Dexter, because then it's like a mirror being like shoved up into her face as to what does that reveal about her and what does that reveal about the child they created. So I just think it would be impossible for her to grasp the truth. And it's not naivete, and it's not being in denial. It's just an inability as human beings. It's like a survival mechanism that we're just not able to see the negativity. It's like when when someone has an affair, whether it's a man or a woman. I'm just going to say a man right now, but it's generalizing. Okay, so when a man has an affair and the wife doesn't believe it, I mean, it takes a lot of proof for a woman to really believe that, and then it's just devastating. And I think that, and that's just an affair. Imagine, that you find out the person you're sharing your life with is a killer, and not just a regular killer, a really awful killer. I mean, I think it would you wouldn't be able to cope with that reality, so you would not believe it.
Well, let's hope one day Dexter starts seeing Rita like he sees Harry.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys asked some really good questions.
Thank you, Julie. Canada loves you.
Thank you.
So that's it, guys. It was really exciting. I didn't cry, so that was a bonus point. Thank you so much. See you later.
The whole thing.
Maybe tomorrow, Bucky Fast panel.
What? I know how to work around.